Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Vlog. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I can't wait to show you, we have two new Easy Marble products. One of them is the metallic and the other one is color shift. I've got two examples right here. This particular one uses copper, silver, and gold metallic. See that on the white, and this is what it looks like on the black. Same colors as over here. Isn't that cool? And then this is the color shift, and this one, depending on how you look at it, it's got a purple sheen or a blue sheen, and then it's also got a little bit of metallic in it. Look at that. So I'm going to show you, we're just going to jump right in. I'm going to show you how this works. I have lots of samples to show you. First of all, I'm going to put this right here. Ooh, here's all the little bottles, and as you can see, mine are very well used. Okay, I thought about going to get all new ones, and I thought, you know what, they'll just get messed up the minute I start. So their Easy Marble Color Shift has that iridescent look to it, where depending on how the light catches, it could be one of the three colors that are listed here. This one is violet, blue, and green, and then teal, silver, and red. Blue, gold, and green, blue, green, and gold. Now you would think those are the exact same colors, but they're in a different order, and it makes a big difference. And then this one is, oh, I've got a smudge on it. This one is green, red, and gold, and this one is green, violet, and silver. You get, oh, there's only one more here. And then the green, red, and gold. Then we've got metallic gold, metallic silver, metallic copper. I put white with some of these. This is just the regular Easy Marble that's more of opaque. I found that was very helpful when working with black. And then we've also got clear. I'll show you what to do with that. All right, so before you start working on this on your kitchen counter, I should tell you that it will get on your counters, and it's really hard to get off because it's solvent. It's like spray paint, okay? So like paint thinner is really going to be the thing to get it off. And if you get it on your hands, you're going to have to clip your nails down like I did. Look, I have almost no nails left. So wear your rubber gloves, okay? I just have these. That's very, very important. The other thing to remember is protect your surface. So I'm just using a sheet protector today to hold on to these. The other thing is your water and your container. Here's my water, my container. All right, so because I'm going to be using paper today, I don't need a very deep container. But if I was going to dip vases and other 3D elements in it, I would need to have a very tall container, like a big 5-gallon bucket would be great for this product, okay? So we're using paper, so a more shallow pan. This is about, I don't know, I got it at the Dollar Tree. It's about 10 by 10. It can take about 2 to 3 inches of water. I don't need that much water. If you were going to do a full 8.5 by 11 or 12 by 12 sheet of paper, get yourself like a disposable turkey roasting pan or something like that. The other thing to remember is the type of water that you have. If you have well water or water that's a hard water, you'll want to use distilled water. You want to go to the grocery store or the pharmacy and just get a gallon of distilled water. It's about $1, and you can just reuse a lot of it, so it's well worth getting. You'll get a better result. And the other thing is the temperature of your water. You want it to be about room temperature. Now I'm sitting under hot lights, so my water might heat up a little bit more. Room temperature being about 70 degrees. And here's why. When you put all these solvents on the top of it, it's going to form a skim, and it starts to harden if it's too cold or if it's too hot. So you want to watch the temperature of that and experiment with it a little bit. Okay, so now let's just get right to the fun stuff. So the first thing I want to show you are some recipes or some different colors that we've done here. So let's move the water away and I'll show you the recipes. And I've written all these on the back because, man, there's a lot of little bottles. So this particular one is 727. Put this down. 727 is the gold, violet, and silver, and then I mixed that with silver. Okay, so that is, and we also have these labeled on their website by the numbers of the bottles, which is 727. Okay, so that's what I wrote on the back. If you can see this, it's got sort of a violety color, and then this metallic silver and all these swirls. But when I'm looking at it in this direction, I can see some green in there. So you're getting the green, you're getting the violet, and you're getting the silver. Then I added, that's not silver, that's clear. I added the silver to go with it and got a lot of those streaks in there, all right? So that's recipe number 1. Recipe number 2 is 515. Man, if I'd thought about it, I would have left these in my number order. 515, that one is violet, blue, and green. And then I also added some gold in that. Okay, so when you look at this one, seeing all these different color variations in there. All right, and then we have this one. This is 516. 516 is blue, green, and gold. Added the gold again as well. And this one has a lot of green in that one. Kind of a, well, it's green. Okay, and then there's this one. This is 517. Here we go. 517 is green, red, and gold. And then I added the gold in again. And look at that one. You're seeing sort of this beautiful purpley color with the gold, this violet color. All right, and this last one is 729. So that one is green, red, gold. And then I added the gold in again. And look at that one. This way, oops, there goes my little cheat sheet. And let's look at on the back of it here, because it colors on both sides. All right, now we're gonna play with some water. Oh, I have one more thing to show you. So here are the metallic colors. So here are the metallic colors I used on this one. I used silver and gold and a little bit of the bronze, copper rather. And because it's on the white, you don't really see the copper too much. I probably didn't add very much, so it's probably mostly silver and gold. And then here's silver, gold, and lots more bronze. See it a little bit better. And then here are all 3 of those same colors, and I'm using these oval scalloped and oval black chipboard. They're brand new from hot off the press, and they're wonderful for making ornaments and card focals and things, and I'm going to show you these quite a bit today. They work great for this because they're a chipboard, and they give you a nice firm surface to work with. So based on that information, I'm going to show you again this card that I'm opening. This is all 3 of those metallic colors, the copper, the silver, and the gold. I also dipped that using the clocks and gears chipboard. So I dipped my little tag first, and I cut my tag at a white cardstock, and it's this tag from the Tag in a Bag cutting die, so it made this nice little surface for me, and I dipped that first. And then I went ahead and I dipped the chipboard in there. And then I took a little piece of white cardstock and I just dipped the corner in. This is all from one dip, okay? And we're gonna start off by showing you those metallic colors first. Okay, so first, gotta get my gloves on. You will notice that these gloves are enormous on me, okay? They do not fit, but all I could find at the Dollar Tree with this particular season in the world, I could only find these large ones, so I had to take what I could get. All right, so I'm going to start off. The other thing to remember is the first color you put down in your pan, okay? The first color needs to cover the entire surface. Also, shake, 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 shake your bottles. Very, very important. In fact, I'm going to shake all 3 of them because you don't want to take the time to shake each and every single one of them as you are waiting to play with this stuff. The time is of an essence here. Got my gold, because you really only have about a 1 to 2 minute window before this stuff starts to solidify on the top of your water. All right, so be generous here. All right, and then we're going to add silver. And then we're going to go for the copper. And then I just like to use a little toothpick You could use a wood skewer if you'd like, but I like to use toothpicks because they're cheap and they're very disposable and they're small, so I'm not wasting a lot. So I'm just mixing it up like that. You'll notice it's taking off a lot of that goop with it. All right, so now I'm going to just take one of these tags that I was working with before. Okay, white cardstock. And you want to go in, there's two ways to go in. Flat and just lay it on the top, or you can scoop it down on the side. I'm going to go to the side. Here we go. Whoop. Now before you take it out again, you have to kind of make yourself a little place to remove it so that you don't get more stuff back on the tag. Isn't that gorgeous? And so easy to do. And it's on the back too. All right. So let's take a little bit of this black. We're going to do the same thing, same water. Here we go. Look at that in the back too. And now we're going to take a little piece of our chipboard. All right, so I went through and got a great big kind of a glob on that one, so it's okay. But look on the back. Really cool stuff. Now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to take a piece of just plain cardstock and I'm just going to get rid of all my excess stuff. See how it's sticking on there? You could also use the end of a tag or something like that, and you could use it for an embellishment later when it's drying. So, all right. So we've got the metallic down. Let me show you another card. We'll have to take off my gloves in between because I don't want to get the paper wet here. All right, so this one uses sort of a blue with that gold in it. And I should tell you that hammered gold paper is back. We were out for a little while. Okay, and that was my background. And then I just dipped some paper using the silver and number 515, which is violet, blue, and green, which is really interesting. This one has silver and this one has gold. But you can see the difference in those two, just adding the silver and the gold. And then we've got these wonderful engraved snowflake dazzles, okay? And I used those on the chipboard, which is plain, doesn't have anything here. The scalloped ones I dipped, and then this plain oval one I just placed my dazzle on there. And then I embellished it with some blue jewel dazzles right here and used my border there to do that as well. As you can see, it's pretty striking. I'm gonna move this aside. I gotta keep all these things safe so I don't splatter water everywhere. All right, so here is the same idea using a snowflake dazzle on some chipboard and just embellishing that. These snowflake dazzles are gorgeous little focals to use with this product. All right, so here they are again, as I said, same color using the silver. And one is like first dip, second dip. Okay. So this is 515. Let's make that. All right, so we've got 515. You'll notice there's like some sediment at the bottom there. That's what we want to get up. And you can even take this off. I got to put this back on or I'm really going to regret it. There we go. You can take this off and you can even pop this little lid off of that and take one of your toothpicks and just stir that up, okay? So this is our first color going in, so we really need to cover the surface with this. Okay. No, it just looks like it's clear, but it's not. All right, now we're going to take our silver. And we're going to take a toothpick, do our little mix. Right. We're going to do one of the scallops. I'm going to go in on the side. You can see it's already going, and then out. Look at that. Now I've got a little piece right there where I had my finger. You can just kind of tip that back in there and look at that. that gorgeous? I love how it's sort of, you're never really going to sure what it's going to do. Let's take a look at what it looks like on white cardstock. I'm making a little space for it to come out so I don't double process that. Now here I'm picking up the silver, and the iridescent, you can get a little bit, it's kind of lavender there, if you can see that a little bit. And see how the cardstock gets really, really wet and really warped depending on how thick your cardstock is. And I would just set this on a paper towel, let this dry, and then once it's almost dry, then I just stuck it under something heavy like a big book or something, and it dried nice and flat. All right, so now I'm going to take my little cardstock and clean our water off. This is an important step because you don't want all that skim lying across that when you add your new colors. And it's important when you're adding these to have all your little pieces ready to go, all your little pieces of cardstock and things. That way you can get as much out of that water as you possibly can. All right. Oh, I've already got some of this on the table. That's not good. All right, so here's another one. This is also using the metallics again, but I added some white with this. So once again, I've got my silver background paper here. This is just metallic silver paper. And then I use black paper to add white, silver, and gold metallic to the water. See how that white just has sort of that ghost appearance? That's really cool. And then I have some brand new, this is silvered hammered gold that I used for this border right here. And then I used, we have a set of wonderful rose Dazzles. Comes in this great big pack like this, all these wonderful roses, which I found work really well just putting a simple dazzle on that. You don't have to color it or anything. And so I used this particular rose here, and it's this wonderful one right here I took off, laid it this way, and then I also used some of the borders here and went across here. I used the Miss You, that's from the Script Dazzle, Script Greetings Dazzles, and even some of the little corner pieces here and some of the hearts went right here. Very simple card to put together, and I should also mention once my black paper was dry, I used an oval cutting die from this 12 oval and scallop cutting dies from Hot Off the Press, and just cut that shape. So you know, it's just, after all, it's just dried cardstock when you're done, so it's really easy to manipulate. I'll show you another card. This is another combination here. Got silver and sort of a green color, and then I also used Bigger Leaves and Ferns cutting dies, which I could have cut from the paper here, but I cut those from suede paper, and this is olive and forest green suede, which I thought just went beautifully with that color of marble there. And this is what that looks like here. Oops, all my little sticky notes come off. So here's the first dip that I went through, and you can see it's got a lot of marbling on it. And this is the second dip, not as much marbling. So this is 728. Let's find 728. That's this one, that's blue, gold and green, and then I put silver with it. So let's give that a try. Get my gloves back on. All right. Mix, mix, mix. That's probably the most, after the temperature of your water and the type of water you have, if you have well water, mixing these, so important. And then getting the right amount on here, really covering that surface, are really important parts. I know it seems like I'm using a ton, but it's just shaking off little drops. And I've been using these for such a long time, and this one has only got a quarter of the bottle gone. Okay, and now we're going to take that silver. Go. Gonna get our little toothpick, do some mixing. Some people like to do sort of a little pattern in here. I just like to break it up, get that mixed up. All right, let's see what this looks like on our oval. Go down, go up. Okay, isn't that beautiful? And now we've got that little thumbprint in there from my too big of gloves. I'm just going to dip that right there in the corner. That didn't do so great. We could just re-dip. All right, and now we're going to do some paper. Go. Make that little space to bring it out. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? I think this one would be a really beautiful Christmas card. Gorgeous. All right, so now we're going to take a little bit of our paper, gather up that excess. Normally, I would just keep dipping, but we're going to move along and do more samples here. All right. Gloves off. I gotta move all this stuff out of the way so I don't wreck it. Okay, so the last thing is I want to show you how to do some 3D projects. So here is an ornament. It's a glass ornament. Beautiful. They come like this. You can purchase these. This is actually a really good deal on these. You get 6 of these glass ornaments. They're 2 3/4 of an inch wide. You get 6 of them in here, and I think they're just over $1 a piece. So that's a great Christmas gift. And what I did for this one is I colored the inside of them, because if I tried dipping it just with a clear glass, and the metallics and stuff, it just didn't really show up. So what I did was I took some alcohol inks. These are great to have on hand. This is a flamingo color right here. And then I should have had this done beforehand. All right, so we're going to take one of these balls, take the lid off, just like that, shake up our alcohol inks. Now, this stuff also stains, so be careful. This one's a little easier to get off of with some alcohol. Rubbing alcohol takes this off. And I'm just squeezing that around the rim. All right, now this is also a solvent ink. It's alcohol based. And I'm just rolling that around until the inside is covered. So of course I would add a little bit more because I've only got one side done here. And then what you're going to do is you want a deeper container than this. So like a bucket would be great for this. You do the same process. I used gold for this, and I also brought in that white again, and then just held it right by the top here because that's going to be covered by the little hanger, and dipped that in, made a space, and pulled it out again. Remember, if you don't make a space for it to come out, the stuff that it gets processed twice. So you put it in once, and then everything kind of crowds around it again. And then when you're pulling it up, it processes it twice. So it like covers what you've done with another layer. So it's actually just wasting your product. So just process it once and go down. So that is the gold and the white, and put a little gold metallic ribbon on. I love these gold and silver metallic ribbon collections. I use these a lot. And then this one, I use the same pack of alcohol inks. This color is patina. It's just a really nice sort of a teal blue color, but this one's a plastic ball. You can buy these individually. Oops, I'm hot off the press, or rather from paper. And these are just a little over 3 inches wide, just a smidge over 3. Pop out like this. And then you want to do the exact same thing. And you just want to put in a little bit of your color, close this up, okay, and then go all the way around. And then what I did was once I dumped out the extra water, I just went ahead and I could put a little dot of glue there, and that's what keeps it together so it's not separating litter. And then I dipped it in the water using, oops, just the metallic silver, right? That's all that's on this one. And excuse me, that's not correct. I did the metallic silver and I did the clear. Where's my clear? Here's the clear. Because really to get marbling, you need two colors, okay? So the clear is what left the space between the silver and allowed that to really get that marbled look to it. Okay, and then you'll notice I used the alcohol ink because this is not watertight like the other one was, so a little bit of water is going to come in here. So a little bit of blue might drip out on you a little bit, but that's okay, it just dries. All right, so you guys, we've got a great money saver on these, and I would really encourage you to check them out. They are great fun to play with. Use some precautions so you don't wreck your kitchen counter, and all will be well. If you're watching us on our vlog page, then just look to the right side and you'll find the Money Saver link. And if you're watching us on YouTube, look below in the description box and you'll find a link to the Money Saver as well as a link to paperwishes.com. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.